Assalamu alaikum. Myself Sameen from P8 1.5, Faculty of Education, University of Sindh, Jamshoro, Pakistan. This presentation is assigned by Dr. Amjad Ali Arain, and the topic of presentation is Bloom's Taxonomy and Learning Domains. The development of critical kind of thinking among the students is the major goal for education in 21st century. Here the term critical thinking means the thinking that is very disciplined, clear, open-minded and supported by the evidence. Bloom's taxonomy will lead us to the pathway or provide us the pathway to improve and generate critical thinking among the students. Benjamin Samuel Bloom was an educational psychologist. He created the Bloom's taxonomy in 1956 in order to promote the higher form of thinking among the students. The higher form of thinking like creating, evaluating, rather than just remembering or just storing of the knowledge. Before going towards the explanation of Bloom's taxonomy, let me tell you where the word taxonomy came from and what's its origin. Taxonomy is basically of Greek origin, and taxis means arrangement and nomos means science. The branch of science that is concerned with the classification of organisms, systematics. Taxonomy is basically the scheme of classification. Now, what is Bloom's taxonomy? There are 3 domains of learning according to Bloom's: cognitive, affective and psychomotor. The cognitive involves the knowledge of and development of intellectual skills among the students. It include recall, recognition of specific facts, terms, procedures, patterns, etc. The affective domain describes the clearing objectives that emphasis in growth and emotions of the students. This hierarchy is basically arranged from simpler feelings and end toward the more complex ones. Then psychomotor domain. Psychomotor domain basically include the physical movements. It describes the coordination of mind and muscles and use of motor skills areas. So the 3 domains of Bloom's taxonomy: cognitive, basically concerned with the knowledge; affective, concerned with the emotions; and psychomotor, this is concerned with the movement. So now the cognitive domain. Basically, the major concern of the cognitive domain is what the teacher wants the students to know and what the teacher wants the student to learn. These can be arranged from simpler to complex levels. It starts from the lowest level, that is remembering, and end at the highest level according to Bloom, that is evaluation. There are basically 6 major categories. The 6 categories are knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. The first level is knowledge. Knowledge, this one is basically the lowest level. In this level, the learner are assessed on their ability to recall or recognize the fact. This basically does not involve understanding of the facts or the knowledge that is provided to the students. Then comprehension. In this level, the learner are assessed on comprehension and the resulting ability to make a decision in a given situation. This basically involves the understanding. The learner understands fully what the knowledge is provided to him. Then application. This level involves the use of information that is provided and understood by the students into a new situation. Then the level of analysis. The learner are assessed on their ability to analyze, differentiate and justify the knowledge and facts that is provided to him. Then synthesis. In this level, it includes the creation of new entities, creation of new ideas, techniques from the previous knowledge that is provided and that is gained by the students. The learner are assessed on their ability to combine, summarize and organize the knowledge. Then there is the level of evaluation. This level allows a learner to make the judgments by considering the previously provided knowledge. Revised version of Bloom's taxonomy. Lauren Anderson, who was a former student of Bloom, and David Krathwohl revisited the cognitive domain. According to them, the level of creation is basically the highest level. So they exchange the positions of level of creation from the level of evaluation. So according to 2001 model, the levels are remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. They basically convert the knowledge and comprehension into simpler verbs, that is remember and understand. So the 1956 model was converted from nouns to verb form. These are some verbs which are used for while making the objective of the cognitive domain. Then the affective domain. The affective domain basically identifies, understands, and addresses that how people learn. It involves the growth in emotions and feelings of a person. There are basically 5 subdomains. The first subdomain is receiving. In this level, a person is expected to be aware of certain stimuli and receive the stimuli. Then responding. According to this level, the one is expected to willingly respond to certain stimuli that is provided to him when he asks or directed to do something. The person would willingly act to some direction. Then valuing. According to this level, one is expected to show preference or value certain ideas or phenomena, etc. Organization. The one is expected to organize the likes and preference in some systematic order according to this level. Then the level of characterization. In this level, the one is expected to behave consistently of what he likes and what he give preference to. Then psychomotor domain. This level basically links mental action with physical movement. This is basically the connection, shows the connection of mind and muscle, and it basically shows the reaction of the person when he reacts to something, when any stimulus is provided to him. There are basically 7 levels. Perception, set, guided response, mechanism, complex overt response, adaptation, and origination. Perception. This level involves the use of sense organ to obtain cues or stimulus to guide the motor activity, to perform the motor activity. Then the second is set. Set basically refers to the readiness to take the particular type of action. It allows the person to respond in certain way or to a situation. Then guided response. This basically concerned with the early stages in learning some complex skills. This basically stage of trial and error. The person tries and there are chances for some error in the performance. Then mechanism. In this level, the learner become habitual of certain steps and show the performance with some confidence and proficiency. Then complex overt response. In this level, the learner performed with high level of confidence and accuracy. Then adaptation. In this level, the learner can modify and make some changes in the steps of the performance. He becomes fully aware of the steps of the performance, that he can himself modify the certain steps. Then the last is origination. In this level, the person can create the new movement patterns of a particular performance. Thank you.